Hey guys, and welcome back to the next video. Today we want to take a look at a strategy which isn't that common, which means a lot of players do not defend that. We're talking about dragons and clone spells. What is the key to this? I will show you a couple of replays and try to explain everything to you. And as well, we take a look at the last War and Tribe Gaming where we had a nice war, I guess, in the Champions War League Elite. And well, we were close to a perfect war. In the end, it shouldn't be like we had 94, 92, and 99%. But yeah, we had many nice attacks, and I want to show you a couple of those today. And once again, we're starting off with the dragon and with the Clonespell attack. What is the key to this, and why is this even working? The first thing is, most of the players right now are defending Electron to take out the enemy queen. This is one of the pretty much most common strategies right now, and a lot of players try to bait that, obviously, but at the same time, if you see a sweeper not pointing towards the queen, you normally know there's at least a trainer trap and a heck lot of air skeletons. So what is the thing? Normally you try to come in over here to take out the enemy queen, etc. But with this Electron in combination with the dragons, you don't go for the enemy queen. You go for pathing and normal value like Inferno Towers, air defenses, expos, the eagle itself, stuff like this, which makes the life of your dragons way easier. So what he's doing pretty much? He will take out this part of his base, which means as soon as that's taken out, the dragons can't go anymore into this compartment, obviously. The next thing which he tries to do is try to take out this part of the base, which means the dragons have a really nice path, and you will see it right now. This is going to be the path for the dragons. You won't have the slammer anymore because you will need the blimp to do the electron, but you have a heck ton of dragons, and in combination with that you have 3 rages, which means even though there's a sweeper pointing into this direction, you don't care. You're just raging your dragons through the base, and they can't like get distracted or whatever because this part is already gone, which means they have to stay on this road and get the 3-star. So let's take a look at how it looks when we are taking a look at the replay. There were a lot of looks at this sentence, so let's try to figure out what he's doing, dropping the rage, dropping the clone, obviously. And it's not like a too expensive electron or whatsoever. It's just like a pretty small one. And like I said, he's going for this compartment just to clear everything in here. He got everything, which is nice. He got the air defense, he got the Inferno Tower. And now he's starting off from the right side, like I said, with his heroes. I'm trying to take out this part. Obviously the air defense is nice, and this air defense is another goal as well. And after that, he has pretty straight up pathing through the base. One thing, obviously, and this might be like a small issue for a lot of players, you have the eagle at the end. But since your dragons are so damn tanky, you don't really care actually. So he's taking out with his queen the air defense, sadly missing the queen ability, which means this isn't already going as planned, because otherwise he would have easily gotten this air defense as well. This means the dragons will split a little bit, but like I said, the dragons are so tanky right now. This 300 HP were actually a lot for them, and we have at this point pretty much another dragon on the field. The dragons are getting through the last part of the space. The last air defense is down, the last rage is on the field as well. And you see, even though the eagle is still alive, you have so many dragons at the bottom of this base which are still alive and will circling the base, coming in the end into the core. Meanwhile, we have still quite few loons in here as well, and you see just the amount of dragons which are still alive. It feels like he didn't really lose too many dragons yet, even though it didn't work as planned with the pathing of the dragons, with his queen dying and not taking out this part of the base. But still, he has quite a couple of dragons left. And just imagine, those dragons, with the latest balance changes, those dragons would have been already dead. So this is a huge change for the dragons. And I had already, or I uploaded already quite some dragon videos. And you can just upgrade your dragons if you haven't maxed them yet out. And next off, just practice them. Dragons right now are the thing. They're pretty much similar to the earlier stages of P.E.K.K.A. Smash, but well, just try it out. This strategy is super powerful and not too many players are defending it. So try it out and we take a look at the next strategy, which is super powerful as well, obviously, because it's already out there for quite some time. The queen charge lalo. Right now, air is so much stronger than ground, and this is a bit sad, I guess, but well, I guess now we have an air meta back again. What is your Kama doing in here? He's going for the queen charge with war breakers. Why do you see so many queen charges with lalo attacks and war breakers, and not that many queen charges with hawk riders and war breakers actually? Normally when you're doing the hawk rider attack, you bring a war breaker. That's normally kind of obvious. But why is that the case? It's actually pretty simple, because first off, when you're attacking with air, you have the slammer and everything is tanking for each other pretty much. But if you're doing a hawk rider attack and you have the slammer for the back end of this base, of any base pretty much, then you have to tank the black mines, you have to tank air defenses and all this stuff with the slammer, and well, cannons etc. will get tanked by your hawk riders, which means it's pretty useless because you get damage from air defenses, you get damage from cannons, so it's not the best possible scenario, which means it's way stronger in combination with air, which lalo is. The next thing is he's opening a lot of stuff, like 3 compartments over here, which means he has access to the eagle, he has access to the sweepers, and he has access to the next air defense, obviously. Except that, he took already out the enemy queen, took out already the inferno tower, so he has already a lot of value done. Otherwise, he created really nice pathing with like marking everything which is gone or which will be gone. You see this narrow pathing of his loons, like when mark this, you see really nice pathing for his loons into the town hall, into the back end of this base, and he still has the slammer to activate or like to place, and the slammer is tanking everything really nicely. He has the percent as well, because in the beginning he placed his king that the king got quite some buildings down, which means he has not to bring his earthquake or whatsoever to activate the town hall. He can just rely on the buildings, on the percentage of the space. Even though the queen is dying, this base is already wrecked. You have the last haste spell coming into the last part of the space. Even though you still have the tornado trap left, this won't make it, like, this won't make a difference. Like, you have still the slammer alive, you have the group of loons over here alive, so yeah, this is going to be an overkill. Really solid attack from your Kama, and like I said, right now, air meta for sure. The other attacks are still strong, but air right now is stronger. So let's take a look at the next attack, which is going to be once again Queen Charge Lalo, but we have after that another dragon attack, where we can see once again a couple of nice features of the last balance change. And this one is a genius one as well. So what is he doing? First off, he's trying to fun over here and boulder bounce this bomb tower, which isn't working too well, but still, he can place a loon, which soaks up a black mine as well. He can place a wizard over here, which means the funnel is okay, even though it was a bit expensive, but everything looks good. Queen will go in, he can wall break over here, and then once again wall break over here, which means he has access to pretty much everything. He has access to the queen, to the X-bow, to the eagle, so a lot of stuff over here. Then take a look at this loon, which is dying right now. He took out the bomb tower over here, and you will see in a second why he did that. This was actually one of the best things about this attack, and the reason why I picked this attack. You will see in a second, as soon as the wallbreaker hitting the next wall. And the next thing about wallbreakers, you have to manage your rage spells, which is a huge thing as well in those queen charges. Sometimes you have to use aggressive rages, and I have to stop here because he's dropping in the baby dragon, and that's what I'm talking about. He's using one baby dragon to take out this inferno tower because there's no damage around that. That's like crazy good from Yo-Yo. And once again, now I'm talking about the rages again, and you have to place rages perfectly in queen charges. Sometimes you have to place aggressive rages, like over here, where he's placing a rage, which means the queen is walking into the rage itself, because in the beginning there's not too much damage on the queen, which means the normal healers without the rage effect on them is doing fine against that. But with placing the aggressive rages, you know already, okay, my queen will be fine in the next couple of seconds, and I will need a rage soon. But because he's using it aggressive, he can place the rage way earlier and gets through the base faster, which means the time investment is way lower than, well, doing a like a safe rage, and so this was really nicely timed over there. He's soaking up a couple of red bombs over here as well with the archers he dropped at the bottom with the healers. Like over here there are no red bombs anymore, and this means this is going to be completely crushed. A really nice overkill. The last Inferno Tower is not there anymore because of the Baby Dragon, and this means this is going to be an easy overkill from Yo-Yo. Really clutch Baby Dragon. I liked it a lot. The Queen Charge was super good, and this is how you triple at Town 12. So the next one is going to be, once again, Dragons, like I said. This is going to be Dragbet. Right now, super strong as well. It's a little bit different than the Dragons with the clone, but in the end, once again, it's working with the same basics. The same basics mean Dragons are working like miners, which means, once again, I think I mentioned this in every Dragon video, which means, once again, that you're going for pathing. Obviously, value in defenses as well, and the most valuable defenses are to take out Inferno Towers, air defenses, Eagle, Expos maybe. That are like things you should go for. Once again, you have to go for pathing as well. And you will see in here, he's abusing the dead zone over here, which means he can funnel his dragons into the core, meanwhile taking out the rest of the space with the bats, which means everything will end up at the town hall. Meanwhile, you can still see the Slammer isn't deployed yet, which means you can use it in the back end onto the Tesla farm, just to make sure that even though the town hall is activated and is shooting into every single direction, he won't be short on damage, whatever. So this is really nicely done by him. Another thing you have to watch out for when you're doing dragons or bat spell, you try to go for obviously value with the bats, but with pathing as well. So over here there were only defenses in the base, which means this entire section got completely eliminated by the bats. If there would have been like storages whatsoever, like a storage over here, which means the dragons could have been distracted and would have not went for the town hall, which means it's a huge objective. The town hall is shooting back because at this point the percentage is already set. So having storages or like overall buildings in your base is a huge improvement to build against dragons, and all of you should definitely do that. That was the last attack for today. I hope you guys learned quite some new stuff, and this is basically it. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope I see you guys in the next video again. Bye bye.